So the past couple days I have been doing a little bit of tree maintenance, I guess I would say, some things that I've definitely been putting off. And I mean tree maintenance by, these are all my fruit trees, and at the moment, any of them that are not fruiting, or when they're just a little young and so they haven't had any fruit on them yet, are ones that I'm potting up, which means I'm putting them in bigger pots. As you might know, I don't have any of my fruit trees actually planted in the ground. I try to do container gardening as much as possible. The trees mainly just because I don't own the land that I have my home on, so I don't want to donate my orchard in the future. So I'm just until then, until I have a specific home for them, I'm just potting. Oh, we've got a visitor. Hey, Sasson. We just keep potting them up. So when I find pots that are nice looking and large for decent prices, I grab those, and I happened to get quite a few this summer. So I've potted up two new fig trees actually, an apple tree that I got, sorry for the cat, but for like $2 at Wilco, because the tip is, like the top half is broken, so I'm going to trim that one up. And then a cherry tree that I think the chipmunks stole the 2 cherries that were on it. It's not really quite at fruiting age yet. So I just got it last year, so it needed potted up. Thanks, Acid. It's okay. And so I got that one done, and then we got some new stakes on everything. Now the plum tree, that's the most tricky because it is fruiting and it is absolutely packed full of fruit. So I didn't want to pot that one up. And actually, when I'm ready to do that one, the container it has now is got room to grow, and by that I mean when I planted it originally, I did it like the hugelkultur style, so I had a lot of the sticks and stuff on the bottom, and so now it has basically like lowered down, so it still it's only using half of the space in there. So as soon as it's done fruiting and I've got all that trimmed, and then I'll prune it a bit, I'll take it out of the container, which is actually just a giant vintage galvanized garbage can that I love. Take it out of there, do hugelkultur again, to fill up a little bit of the bottom space, because it's been great. It's like fertilized it all. It's kept it moist in these crazy hot summers because it's in completely full sun all summer long, and it's done great. And you can see that it's packed full of fruit. But it really needed staked up, so that is what I did today. Was I basically, the stake that I had wasn't strong enough, so I had to use a pole that just happens to be about a foot or 2 away from it, and just put some string against it, and it's holding it wonderfully now. So until that one is done, it's gonna continue with the fruit, and then I'll pot that one up later on. But until then, I got a whole bunch done, got some new fruit trees planted, and some that are potted up and ready to grow now. So now I just got to keep them watered so they continue to grow new roots. I am definitely not a fruit tree expert, but over the years I have learned trial and error, kind of like with everything else, and so I've gotten pretty good about growing fruit trees, or just trees in general. I have some maple trees and things like that also, in containers, so I'm going to show you some of them that I have, and I've been doing a lot of work on them. So this is the Lapin cherry tree that I'm repotting, and you can see here it's in a really tall, skinny pot. And the roots are not root bound whatsoever. So my goal, and generally with trees, is you want the roots to go out farther. So I'm not too worried about the new pot because it's a lot wider, even though it is shorter. So I'm just taking some of the dirt off of the lower roots that are not very root bound, like I said, anyway. Adding new compost to the bottom and replanting it. And I'm just gently pulling away the soil to loosen it. You don't necessarily want to rip the roots or anything. You want them mostly intact. So just gently, and it's kind of coming out pretty good. That looks great. So now we'll get it into its new pot with some new soil. But well, looky here, there is some little baby cherry trees. So you know me, I will be pulling these little babies off and trying to get them potted up and started. I'll probably take these to the greenhouse so they have a little bit more attention on a daily basis. And maybe we'll have some free cherry trees to go with this cute one. Just gently pulling them away. I got, I believe, 4 of these little guys. The last one with that right here is a little tender, didn't have a lot of roots on it, so it might not have enough to start, but we got 3 of them with really great roots on them. And here she is, all potted up, and I'm going to add a stake to that also and get these cute little babies potted up also. We'll start them off in little pots until they get their roots filling the pots, and then we'll pot them up and just keep going. Look at those amazing roots. I was so happy to see that. That one should be pretty good. So as long as I keep it watered daily, nice and moist soil, we should hopefully get some good growth on that one and have another future cherry tree. If that one's gonna work, but we'll try it. And here's to my future cherry orchard. Grow, babies, grow. More trees. So this is the packed full plum tree that I was telling you about, and I just used some string attached to a 4x4 that I already had that has some, you know, birdhouses and things on it for sturdiness, just until I'm able to repot it. This is a new fig tree that I got, so I got that all staked up and potted. And here's one of my small little apple trees that I have repotted. This is that new $2 apple tree, so I need to prune it. And then a dwarf fig tree, and then that plum tree again in the back. And that's where you can see that I tied it to that pole, and for now that's working really well. Here is an almond tree. I have a couple of those in pots also. And here is the gigantic fig tree. It may not look as big in the picture as you can tell, but it's about 6 feet tall. That is what is going to go in my gigantic, enormous, huge, heavy pot that I will show you in a moment. But this thing definitely needs repotted. It doesn't have any fruit on it currently or any started. So the next couple weeks I definitely have to get that repotted, and it'll be so much happier, and it's going to grow to be a monster tree. This is an espalier apple tree that actually does have multiple kinds of apples on it. I've had this one for a few years, and it does really well, and I just prune it each fall after it's done fruiting. And that's just near the chicken coop, as you can see, and it's also in quite a large pot. Here is some baby apple trees. These are ones that I actually, when I was trying to graft, I took a grafting class, and so they're in here, and they'll be in here for a couple years until they're big enough to go in bigger pots. Here is another fig tree. I love fig trees. And then here's just a bunch of little ones. I have a willow that I just potted up, a little hazelnut, some olive trees also. There you go, there. And they seem to do really well in pots. And that's me in my gigantic pot. Thanks for watching.